is the Duffin Up Podcast.
All right, Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas. We have two very, very special guests for you this week. These two men from the great state of Minnesota were able to create from nothing a 108,000 follower community on Instagram. They have started up a great podcast, the Save Par Golf Podcast. Not only that, but they are holding their first tournament this June out in that great state as well. Please welcome onto the program Derek and Dominic from Save Par Golf. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much. The golf clap, golf clap, golf clap. That was the nicest intro I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, don't worry. I practiced though. You have no idea how many times I've just been staring into a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mirror, just staring back at me and just trying to do the intros over and over and over again.
Were you like as
it's all that matters.
Yeah, I say you was nervous as like you heading up to like the first tee, just everyone standing behind you.
Yeah. Oh man, just the white knuckling the ever living daylights out of it. Oh yeah,
the perfect name of the Duff, man. Just don't duff it. Just don't duff it. Right?
It's in the name though. That's the problem. It's in the name. We had one guy comment being like, "I bet you're a bad golfer," and I was like, "Yeah, dude. The guy whose name is Duffin Up is a good golfer." I was like. Good comment, guys.
The account and the pod was built on self-deprecating humor. Like, what do you?
Exactly.
What do you like?
It was built on funny jokes and self-deprecation.
I'm trying to save par. That's a save par, but that 90% of the time that's not the case. But that's what we try to do.
It's the goal. It's the goal.
We were getting like a little tour of the tournament golf course that we're hosting. Golf course for the tournament. It's been one of those days.
Do you have a rewind button?
No. We're leaving it.
No, we don't. No, we don't. One take. Everyone knows the rules. Let's go.
And the dude showing us around, they're talking about their handicap, and he's like, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And he looks at me and he goes, "So what about you?" I'm like, "We don't need to talk about it. Like, look at me. There's no low handicap here.
You're going to find out.
You're going to learn. Just you wait and see."
No, I appreciate the intro. That's very, very nice of you. Yeah, we are hosting our first annual Save Par Golf Tournament. Our goal is to have a tournament here every year in the summer. Right now it's 40 degrees and we're getting close to May. So I might have to extend the tournament to like August just to be safe. But
our goal delay, just a quick frost delay.
Yeah, frost delay in June. You never know here in Minnesota. But our goal is to have a tournament here and then have another tournament somewhere, maybe like in Arizona, like in the winter months. So that's kind of our plan. Looking ahead going into next year, but again, we don't want to kind of jump the gun, so to speak. So focusing on this tournament, and I don't know if you guys are married or anything like that, but I'm married and it's like planning a wedding. So it's been kind of but it's something that I enjoy doing, right? We enjoy doing it.
Sometimes
it's a lot, but you guys should definitely, if you guys can make your way out there, we'd love to have you.
Oh man.
Yeah. Talk to me about this winter month one. I'm very intrigued. We're trying to start like one golf trip a year, and
the Duff Cup
this year,
the Duff Cup.
Well, I'll tell you what. In June, you can come to Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a good time. June 11th is actually a great time to come to Minnesota.
There shouldn't be any snow here.
No, should be about 80 degrees, maybe.
Hopefully,
90.
I mean, it snowed on Easter and then the day after Easter, and it's been known to snow in May. But June's good.
Yeah, we should
really,
be good.
June's really selling it.
I love that. I love it.
Solid.
Dominic, you were like almost like counting. Just like,
I'm gonna guess you're not in marketing. You are not in marketing.
We're literally giving you all the reasons not to come to the tournament.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're maybe if you can't make it here in June, like I said, maybe we can have we're trying Arizona is the plan for the winter months. So we'd love to have you guys out.
That's awesome, man, and we'd love to hear like there's so much going on, I think, in the golf community, and I really want to before I get into my first question, it's great how much you guys have grown, and I know you guys were one of the first ever big accounts that like really reached out to us and like showed interest and wanted to talk. And I was like, oh, this is cool. But I know you guys have been doing this for a while. Like, what made you decide to get into, just posting golf stuff on Instagram. It's incredible to hear that now in 2022 that like it's so, everyone does it, but like what made you decide like all those years back being like, you know what I want to do? Let's just post fun golf stuff on online and see where it goes.
It's a good question. So I started it, I don't know the exact year, it was some time ago, but it was during the Masters, but it all actually started. So my uncle and I were huge sports nuts, and like Fridays, Saturdays, we'd get together, throw a few back and watch some sports. And my cousin, he would always hang around too. He was in high school at the time, and he was huge on social media. I mean, guy was just constantly on his iPad, right? As we're watching the game, he's just doing stuff. I have no idea. Well, he started a Duck Dynasty fan page.
Cool.
Yeah, so,
Minnesota at its finest.
right.
We do not claim them.
At one time, very big. And I'm not saying I did that, but we used to watch it, or mainly him. And so he started this fan page, and it grew like crazy. And then he kind of took it to the next level. He's very big into like action sports, snowboarding and all that. And so he kind of created a GoPro page, and like same thing, like they were sending him all this products. It was crazy. I'm like, light bulb kind of went off in my head. I'm like, I'm obsessed with golf. He literally created this on the couch, just sitting there. And I'm
Not
like,
me.
yeah, not you. Sorry. I'm kind of using my hands here, but I'm like Talladega Nights. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I mean, Dominic does kind of look like someone from Duck
Can't handle
Dynasty.
real well. But in any case, so he started this, and I'm like, a light bulb went off. I'm like, I'm going to create a golf page and let's just see what happens. Right. And actually I created the Golfstagram. I don't know if you guys follow the Golfstagram. That's also a page of mine, but it's been around for a long time. Right. And I haven't been
not
active
know
on
that was your guys' page as well. That is
I haven't been on it in a long time, actually. You probably can see it's not very active. However, at one time then I was like, I like the Golfstagram, but how long is Instagram going to be around? So I kind of based it off of something. A name was like Save Par Golf. It just kind of clicked. I came up with it and stuck with it. But yeah, I started it after the Masters, and it started with memes, golf information, whether it's news of Tiger Woods, whatever it might be, and just kind of kept on like posting daily. And my cousin said he was in high school at the time, and he just kind of gave me ideas. And so like I started using those ideas, and then all of a sudden I would get a DM from some random golf company. They're like, hey, we see that you're growing. We'd love to connect. And it just kind of took off from there. So our whole motto was for the love of the game, but we wanted to grow the game. And being that we've been able to grow pretty quickly, that's what we're all about. We love reaching out to maybe companies that don't have the, I don't want to say the funds, but they're not necessarily very big on social media, right? They might have really cool products, but they just don't have the platform to do it. So that's kind of where growing the page kind of like took off. Is like we love working with small companies, whether you're here in the cities or you're somewhere in a different country. Sorry for the airplane in the background, but
Is that a plane?
yeah, I think so.
Holy smoke.
Apologize.
I gotta go check it out.
But yeah, so the Safe Par Golf took off, and Dom here, he started he's kind of very cool. It's a helicopter. Fake out.
It's a helicopter.
It's the first time he's heard one or seen one. This is crazy.
We normally get like sirens and like loud cars. I've never had a helicopter in the background. You're like, it's a plane. What's a helicopter?
He's definitely
COVID's getting you feeling
not even
the way.
yeah, he's not even gonna post it at this point. He's just gonna delete it.
This is great.
but no, Safe Par Golf has treated us really well, and so I'm actually full-time in sales. This is just kind of I'd like to say my baby. It's something that I just really enjoy doing, and it's always been a kind of a side gig. And we were golfing one day, and I was like, Dom, let's try to start a podcast. I mean, so many people have podcasts, and some of them are really good, some of them are really bad, but let's just try it, right? There's so many people that love golf, and Dominic's been the brains behind the podcast. So Safe Par Golf Podcast is what Dom handles, and he does pretty much all of the background things when it comes to the podcast. I have no idea. I mean, I know how to work a computer, but other than that, he's behind the back. I'm in the back seat when it comes to that. So
Yeah, you made yourself sound really old.
The computer,
Yeah,
the Google machine.
exactly.
Yeah, the box.
The internet's on the line. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
You
so that's
two, you two are together a hilarious duo. I can see where like your podcast just flow, your banter back and forth. It's just like I love the combination that you two are, and it's cool already. I've known you for not even an hour. You know what I mean? And it's great to see, and I like that you're supporting small businesses too, giving them that platform. I love your premise. Love that you have the love of the game just like we do, and and Dom, I'm curious. Just you are not the traditional golf. You don't have that traditional golfer look. You look like Grizzly Adams.
You talking about my hair? Yeah.
The hair, the beard. Like it's just how did you? I mean, how's your game? Like I'm curious.
next question.
So my grandparents put me in lessons when I was little. It was one of those things where I'm like, yeah, the lessons are kind of cool. So I kept going. And then I didn't have any friends who played golf. So I didn't play golf for a long time.
Yeah.
Like my senior year of high school, a couple of my good buddies who I've known for a long, long time, they're like, oh yeah, we play golf. I was like, interesting. It's been like, okay. Yeah. It took me senior year to find out that they played golf, or it might have been like junior year or something, but I played baseball for a long time. That's all I need to say.
It's the natural transgression. It's
it's in Minnesota. It's like hockey and baseball, and then golf.
Yeah,
I can't hockey skate, so I didn't play hockey. Believe it or not, with the hair.
I know, right?
It's not great, but like I'm not like the worst golfer out there. Like I generally have an idea of what I want to do. It's just executing. That's the hard part.
Dom's that guy where I'm like, all right, Dom, this is what you want to do. You just hit it over in this area. Dom just looks at his clubs. He grabs a club. He's not like overanalyzing anything. He's not like, okay, I'm gonna hit it 150. No, he just whatever is there. That's what he's.
And it works. And does it work?
Does it.
That's
yeah,
like
exactly.
It's honest because like my big thing is I feel like a lot of golfers are in their own head, right? You're like, okay, we're 197 to the pin, and you're like, God, I could have knocked down 7. I could hit a powerful 9, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I'm just gonna hit this club and hope for the best type of thing. Because then it's like I'm not setting myself up to hit this amazing shot. It's like if I hit the green, boom, meant to do it. If it doesn't hit the green, I hit the wrong club. That's all it is.
That's the mentality we all really need. It's like if you set the bar too high, then you'll set yourself up for failure. But if you don't have it set too high, then exceed expectations and absolutely just enjoy yourself out there. That's kind of my problem. I think I'm better than I am, so I get frustrated and say a lot of bad words out there.
When you said overthink, I was like, Dom, meet Brian.
There have been a couple holes where
it's the only time I think. It's like it's the only thing I'm really thinking about, and it's like, okay, maybe if I applied this to my real life, it would be much better of a professional. But
there have been a couple holes where Derek's like, oh yeah, I got like a 4-iron or 5-iron, and I'm like, I'm hitting driver. Like we're going.
But you'll never see him get mad though. That's the funny
Dom,
thing.
it's 130 yards. Okay, I'll have to.
I was gonna say, flop shot, driver. It's perfect.
Yeah, watch this. No, that is the beauty of Dom playing golf with is like I'm a very competitive person. Not saying he's not because he's competitive, but like in our own nature, we're just totally different. Like, so I'm like right around. I'm a 9.7 handicap, but the
sweet check mine.
The great thing with Dom, like I said, playing with him is that regardless of how bad I play or he plays, we normally complement one another really well. So like if I go in there, I don't want to say like I coach Dom because I definitely don't coach Dom. But again, if he asks something, he's like one of the most coachable players that you could coach, right? Like you said, like you could tell him like, hey, I would use this. And like he executes it, right? And so like that's kind of the cool thing with him. But you, like you said, you played golf and you get so pissed off. And that's probably, if you know how to golf and you can hit a ball and all that, 90% of it, I don't want to say maybe 90, but most of it is mental, right?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
that
part of
anger,
it,
the
for
attitude.
sure. A
I
big
have
part
some
of it.
buddies who get super mad, and I've never understood it because it's like, if it makes you mad, why are you doing it?
Oh, that used to be me out on the golf course. And again, it was a lot like what Brian said. I used to think I was, second coming of Phil Mickelson out there. But, me shooting 85, I'd be like, I should have shot 72. And it's like, no, Brendan,
You're
you
like,
shouldn't
yeah,
have.
you're like,
You
I'm
should not
paying
have.
to do this. I'm paying to be miserable out here. What's going on here?
Exactly.
That's how I
So
looked at it.
I've
'Cause, like-
definitely calmed down a lot on the course. It also helps, which is a question I do have for you guys. I play music out on the course, so I have this very sunshine reggae music thing from playlist from Spotify, and it includes like Sublime. It includes like Pepper, like all of these old Less Than Jake, like all of these old like sunshine reggae slash like ska bands on there, and I listen to that and I'm like, okay, I'm in my happy place. Do you guys listen to music out there? And if you do, what type of music are you guys listening to?
That's a good question.
For a long time, I'll answer this
You
for
answer
you.
that one. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, we have music. Is it
Oh, bye,
Sunshine
Tim.
Reggae? No, it's not Sunshine Reggae, not even a little bit.
Dom got kicked off the course for the music he chooses.
I do
Oh
not.
no!
I'm just
No.
kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. Don't put that out there. For me, like in like my everyday life, it's a lot of Pop Smoke. So
Okay.
on the golf course, it's a lot of Pop Smoke.
Okay.
We have a work playlist that I let my staff add to. If it's not Pop Smoke, I just delete it. So like even in the store, it's Pop Smoke. So yeah, it's a lot of Pop Smoke. But then it's like a lot of oldies where it's like
Quite the switch.
like Boys to Men, stuff like that.
There you go.
Gold Nelly.
Boys to men.
Not too hot.
On the
Not,
golf course. He's
yeah,
loving that golf
not
ball.
too hot, not too cold.
I don't know if I heard that one on the golf course while we were playing. I think he's wearing his headphones.
I have
I don't-
I haven't played this playlist.
I know it's not Boys to Men, but if Casey and JoJo All My Life is on there,
That's a
like
good one.
I think I would just break out in song during that.
I'm a very like when it comes to music, I love all sorts of different genres of music. So it really depends on the mood. Like if I'm amped up, first tee, I'll probably put like "Can't Stop" by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give me amped up.
Okay, I like it.
Awesome.
But I love alternative music. I love oldies, and I
Okay.
do like hip hop as well. So it really depends on the mood, and it also depends on who you're golfing with. I used to be a big country guy, but I'm not actually. I don't really listen to country music anymore. I used to, but my one buddy's obsessed with country, so it's like when we go there, it's like Eric Church, and then we'll play it. And I don't mind it. And the really weird thing about country music, I can only listen to it in the summer if I listen to it.
That's a factual
I'm
statement.
I'm the same way.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so I'm not the
all
only
3
one that
months
thinks
for
that.
you guys, so that's a short time period, right? there.
Yeah.
Realistically,
Turn it
it's
on.
like
Once the
two-
album's over with, you're done.
I know. I'm literally a fair weather fan with country as
And
well.
back inside.
Yeah. Exactly. But again, I definitely like the music. I will definitely ask someone if it's like if we get paired up with someone, I'll be like, hey, you don't mind if we crank some tunes? And if they say no, we'll still crank them, but at least we asked, right?
Yeah, it's polite. Yeah.
No, we'll turn it down a
Absolutely.
little bit.
Oh yeah. No, I'll keep it at the lowest volume, like literally on like the first volume setting, just to have it playing. And if people ask me to turn it off, I turn it off too.
Have
One
you
of
have
the
you had
things
people
I-
tell you to turn it off? I feel like that makes it very uncomfortable for the rest of the round.
I have not really had any, like my dad tells me to turn it down sometimes if I play with him. And I'm
Yeah,
like, all
that's just a
right.
dad thing, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, old
Yeah.
man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
He shanked it. He got mad at you.
Yeah.
It's your
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He's like,
That's
what
why
are
he
we
didn't-
listening?
that's why he
He's like,
didn't
what are
par
we
18.
listening to here? It's like
Yeah.
this isn't Bruce Springsteen. I know, Dad.
Yeah.
It's
You got to
not.
show your dad Pop Smoke. Your dad'll love.
There you
You'd love
go.
that, dude. Turn that up. Turn
You
that
gotta
volume
put on
up.
like Hotel Lobby or Gangstas. There we go.
Oh God, I
I've
think my
actually had a
dad.
great.
I think
What's
my
that?
dad, if he had Pop Smoke, he would legitimately just take my phone and throw it into the wall.
You should
And
show
when we were
him,
in
like,
South
your
Carolina,
look
there's
at the
alligators there, so I'm not even going in. I'm like, it's gone. Later.
That's funny you bring that up because here in Minnesota, we literally that does slow the pace of play down big time. You'll get people like just fishing for golf balls. Because
We
like
do
you
that in
don't
the
have
Northeast,
that.
too.
Yeah, like in Florida and stuff like that, you see those signs. It's like, yeah, I ain't
They
going
don't-
anywhere near that. Yeah, dude, you
Nope.
can have my golf
Drop
ball.
and go. Just drop and go.
Exactly. Yeah.
So one of the things I think, us being from the Northeast, you guys being from the upper mid, I don't even know how to say it. Just the
We say
Midwest, or is it
Midwest, but
upper
we're
Midwest, or
We're
what
the
is it?
better part of the Midwest.
Yeah, we're
better
I would say
part of the Midwest.
The better part of the Midwest. Yeah.
I think besides Wisconsin, which has finally come around, which people are finally coming around to, like, oh my God, there's amazing courses in Wisconsin. I think the rest of the Midwest gets a humongous bad rap for golf courses. I mean, Hazeltine for the 2016 Ryder Cup was in pristine condition. Like the 3M Open the 3M Open is a lot like my fifth major in the RBC. It's right after a major championship. You usually get a lot of good players, but maybe not always the best players. But the course is in pristine condition. It's an amazing area. Like, why do you think the Midwest why do you think the Midwest courses don't get as much hype as, say, maybe, Arizona, California, Florida, some in Texas too? Why do you guys think that is?
Because it snows 8 months out of the year. Like,
That could be it. That could
Probably.
Okay, next question. Let's
because I mean, if
Took
you look,
care of that question
yeah,
for me.
I mean, if you look at everything else you listed, like, can you go play? Well, I guess you can't play 3M here anyways, but like, can you go play Hazeltine in January?
No, but you can in Wisconsin either. In Wisconsin, I
Right.
hate Wisconsin, but Wisconsin,
No,
Mhm.
only thing good in
does-
Wisconsin is cheese.
no, their golf courses are spectacular. They have
I'll take their cheese.
they have so many nice golf courses, and Bandon Dunes, right? You've heard of Bandon Dunes, yeah. So
It's
I don't
on
know
the
if-
list. Bucket list.
Bucket list for sure. Well, they just opened up Sand Valley Resort, which you might be familiar with as well.
Yes.
They're the owners of that, or they're the ones that actually bought that land and started that.
Wow.
So Wisconsin is on the map for golf courses. That's actually a really good question.
But it took years. It took until Whistling Straight. Like it almost took second Whistling Straights, because I think the first time when the PGA was at Whistling Straights, people were like, this is a really nice course. And then when the Ryder Cup was there, it was like, okay, we're here. Like, nope. This is, and Erin Hills as well, like everything like that. Like, I think the Midwest is finally getting like their correct. I mean, I guess it's just Wisconsin right now, because I don't really know that many courses in like Illinois.
No, there really isn't. It could also be due to the fact that like Hazeltine is obviously a private golf course. So Erin Hills is a newer course, but that's public.
Yep. It's a resort course. Yeah.
It's a resort course.
Yeah, all the courses that you listed for here are all private. So like, we can't go play Hazeltine or TPC, but a lot of like the public
Your TPC
courses
is private?
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, TPC Twin Cities is private.
That's ridiculous. Our TPC Boston is semi, so you can book it. It's just like $400, which no one wants.
Yeah. So every course you listed here, we can't go play unless you know somebody who knows somebody. But all of like the public courses like Giants Ridge, or like my favorites Wilderness, are like hidden gems. Giants Ridge is two world-class golf courses in the Legend and the Quarry, but nobody ever talks about it because everybody's so fixated on TPC Twin City or Hazeltine or whatever. But I think Wisconsin's doing a better job with the public courses for sure. But I just feel like the Midwest is kind of just like, it snows 8 months out of the year, we'll just avoid it. Because then if it's not snowing, we have mosquitoes and it's hot. Otherwise, it's pretty great.
There's that period of time where we have some terrible mosquitoes. We have 3 seasons here in Minnesota. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but
I said it last week. Yeah, we have allergy season, road work season, and then it's winter.
It's the 3 seasons in Minnesota. That is why you guys need to come June 11th.
What's your favorite?
We'll be in roadwork season.
What's your favorite, roadwork season or what?
Roadwork season, because at least when it's roadwork season, I can sleep comfortably.
It's still warm outside.
Warm.
You get to see plenty of helicopters flying around.
Yeah.
That's big for you.
Yeah. So one of my staff is really into planes. I don't know why she likes planes so much. I like trains. I think trains are pretty neat. But
What
yeah,
about
having a
automobiles?
helicopter right there was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it
We got
sounds
the
like
planes,
you,
we
it's
got the
all
trains,
prime.
we got the automobiles covered right there. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, it
Trains
all
are
sounds
rad.
like it's prime podcast like season. You guys have plenty of time to be indoors and want to be indoors and just talk into a microphone.
As,
One
yeah,
of the-
as you can see how much stuff we love to talk about. We're so bored inside that we
You know,
just
like-
unwind all the things.
Yeah, too many bugs outside. It's too cold. I'm just gonna talk into a microphone.
Oh, that's hilarious, guys. That's awesome. Yeah, I do think so. When I was living in South Carolina, I think like Wisconsin has taken that route of like, if we're going to do nice courses, do resort courses. And I think that is something that a lot of states should really start looking into, making them more public. And even if it's not, like, one of the best parts I think that California does is, yeah, like, Quarry Pines costs $400 a round. Unless you live in San Diego County, then it's $50 a round. Same thing with TPC Harding Park, $50 a round. Like, I just think, like, with you guys doing that, do you think that there could, not you guys doing that, but like with you guys seeing that in Minnesota, that it's a large private course area, and we have the same thing in Massachusetts and Rhode Island where it's a lot of private courses. Don't you kind of wish that there was something, where we could do where it's just like, okay, like, can someone do something where we can get some of these really, really good courses and just maybe get a local fee in there where it's 50, $60 and then go ahead and charge everyone else out the wazoo. I don't care. Harbortown is $400 to play, and I play it for $150 when I'm in South Carolina because we live there. Like, what can we do to make golf more and more accessible?
Yeah, it makes me really sad that we have, Hazeltine and TPC Twin Cities, and we can't book it. We can't. I mean, like, I volunteer for the 3M Open, and it's just like, that's like as close as I'll probably ever get to that golf course, is like walking alongside of it. And that's really kind of frustrating. I'm not saying that it should be cheap by any means either. I don't think you should be able to pay $50 and go swing a golf club at TPC Twin Cities. Maybe Hazeltine, I don't know. I just think Twin Cities is nicer.
Well, pricing too is a big, so like Minnesota, as you know, we've already kind of covered all of our seasons, but we're very limited with our golf. So everyone wants to get out and play golf. So our golf courses, even to make money, have to really kind of charge a little bit more than normal because they're limited on what they can, they're limited on the time. So like, for example, like he was talking about like the Wilderness and Giants Ridge, those are like top 4 public golf courses in the state, and they are pristine. I've only seen pictures. He's got a cabin near there, but they're about 3 to 3.5 hours away. So we don't really have big, like, close to the city. We don't really have those pristine golf courses over in this area. So in my opinion, if they're able to get like a famous architect and do a resort, maybe an hour away from like the Twin Cities area, like central part of Minnesota, I think that would be huge. I think it'd be a big thing for Minnesota as far as the side goes. But like right now, if we go play golf when it warms up here in the next couple of days, everyone and their neighbor will be out there. So and you can't blame us because we've been sitting inside this whole time, but that's where the golf courses love it because they're going to charge more, but at the same time, slow play comes. And so there's a lot of issues I can understand from on like the owner's side as far as the prices, but a normal golf course, I don't know about you guys where you're at, but like a normal golf course that's not bad, not like tremendous, you're going to pay like $70 for a round of golf.
That's pretty normal for us too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't, and again, like you can play like fall, like twilight golf, you can get some really stellar deals and all that, but everyone right now wants to get out and play. And the city courses, there's really nothing spectacular. They're nice, but they're nothing special. So yeah, if it was me, I would love to do like a Sand Valley resort. I mean, we're not something like that, maybe not as pristine, but where we can get a nice architect, design something an hour and a half away, and put a resort out there.
What's that one that has like the front king 9 and then the back 9's the queen?
I'm not sure on that one.
We were gonna go play when we ended up playing Como instead because you shot like a 72 or whatever.
No, I shot a 76. That was actually the day we decided to do the Safe Park Golf podcast. That was a good day. That's my
Nice.
career. career low right there, career best 76.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I was
just
on a
went,
heater that day.
yeah, I just went my career low last week too. So I was pumped. I shot 79. So I broke 80 for the first time. I was like, yes. Next day
That's
I shot a
good
95. I was like, this can't go
That's
can't
how it
go
goes.
any different.
That's how it goes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That is like the exact same thing that happened to me. Literally, I got into the car. I'm like, I'm calling up everybody. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you won't believe this.
I was there.
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
he still tells me like I wasn't there.
I got this thing figured. I got this game figured out. It's not that difficult, right? And I'm just telling everyone. And then the next round I went out, it literally looked like I had never played golf before. Just tumbles you, you know. But that's the beauty. That's why we keep coming back.
Absolutely. No, completely agree with you guys there. So obviously being in a northern state, and we've definitely started seeing the increase in the simulator life. I think it's great. On a scale of 0 being by far and away the worst to 10 being still the absolute worst, how bad is simulator putting?
It's not good.
It's so bad that I don't even do it.
And that's the worst part of my game. So there's no practice there.
You can't. You can't. Tim does something great with his, so he'll do, or not his, but when he goes to simulator, anything on the green is an auto 2-putt. If it's within 10 feet, you guys take a 1-putt, right? Or 5 feet, a 1-putt.
And that 2-putt's very generous for my golf.
Very
game.
generous. I mean, you guys are like 80 feet from the pin and you're taking
Very
a 2-putt.
generous.
Get out of here.
I average about a 3-putt at this point. Yeah.
That's pretty average for me too. It's like the during COVID season. That's what they had the COVID season where you just kept the flag in and you just aimed
And the
it.
pool noodles.
yeah.
Did you guys have pool noodles in your
You did, yeah.
in your
We
pins?
did.
Did you have the pool noodles? That was the craziest thing. I don't know what that solved. We didn't cure anything, but it certainly was
Yeah, not to
insane.
get political or anything, but the weirdest thing I had seen was we had like this plastic shield that like literally it was the weirdest
between golf carts. Yeah.
between the golf carts. So you couldn't
Come on.
No, I'm not even kidding.
Like
So,
in the one golf cart, like
one golf cart. So
Unless
That's
unless,
horrible.
Unless you were in like the same household. Yeah. Like there was one time where we played and they're like, yeah, because you two don't live together, you each have to get a cart, which I was like, sweet,
did
I
have
can finally
that.
drive the cart.
yeah, that's
Right?
fine. But me and my coworker went one time and we work together. We're in the same office, like, yeah, you don't live together. So you gotta, you have to share a cart.
Yeah.
And this plastic shield, you kind of say, I'm trying to do a visual, but it was like bungee.
Yeah, you're like at Chipotle right now. Yeah, you're like the sneeze guard.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying. What do we got going on
I'm
here?
looking at
Yeah,
shoes.
Carlo. Okay.
No, I'm looking at we're
in a podcast. That's the rudest thing I've ever.
I
It's
was
their
mentioned,
podcast.
so the podcast was mentioned in a comment. So I had to see what it
Okay,
was.
Apologize for the shenanigans over here.
Yeah.
First
That's
a
okay.
helicopter, next Jack Harlow. I don't know what's
Don't
next.
worry.
They have medication for that.
The Fergie song is also better. The Fergie song
used
that he
to be
ripped off is also
medicated.
better.
I
Thank you
used to
very
be.
much. Or sorry, sampled.
Hey,
No, but
Fergie's the queen.
Fergie. In 2009, maybe.
I have more like 03.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to finish my story. It's really not that great, but so there's this plastic shield, and your buddy's hitting it over here. I'm hitting over there. You're trying to turn, and it's bungeed. So like the bungee gets like wrapped around the steering wheel. I mean, I've never seen. I almost killed myself literally by driving a golf cart with this plastic shield. I mean, it didn't really do anything. It caused more harm. It actually pissed me off. And
I was gonna say, you're saving your health, but then you're just actually killing yourself.
Exactly. So, but
Yeah.
no, it was. It.
No, we had the same thing with similar, like, yeah, one golf cart per household kind of thing. We didn't have any like formal
No, that's
or
wild.
The
anything,
most ridiculous thing
which
I've
is
ever
crazy.
heard.
But just kind of going off that, do you guys have like the individual like either whether it's in like the form of like a surfboard, like those kind of golf carts where it's like one person, either a surfboard or like the motorcycle golf carts near you at all? You do.
So I don't know if there's one near us, but I know at the Wilderness, because I want to try to book them. They have like those little carts that you can zip around on.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how much trouble I would get in with one of those.
But it makes sense. Why
Sign your
aren't
microwave.
golf carts like individual? Because it's like, I mean, I get like it's probably going to cost a boatload, but I'd rather that pace of play. You instead of two people going to one and then going to the other side of the fairway, it just makes sense. Like I've never personally done the surfboard or the skateboard fashion, or even like the one motorcycle fashion.
Are they called fin cycles? Is that what they are?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're called.
I actually did. I haven't seen them here in Minnesota. There probably is, but when I was out in Las Vegas, they had them. It was right when they were first coming out, and I had an opportunity to use one, and it's a blast.
I bet
it's a good time. The one downside is, I'm not a big, like I love craft beer. I'm not a big drinker on the golf course, and I don't care if you do or not. It's just not my thing.
Which is how you got a 76. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I prefer to save it so after the round.
Yeah.
But I could see where like the surfboard deal might get a little crazy if you're trying to throw a few back.
Yeah.
Just because it is. I mean, it's not difficult, but it's a little different.
There's a lot more room for error for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the pace of play, right? So like you said, if we're waiting for a group ahead of us that are just chilling and taking forever, I mean, you could zip around in that thing and you are not bored.
See, I feel like segways are really needing like another market to go into. Why don't they have Segway golf carts? Like I feel like that should be their next jump, because they really fell off. Segways really have not done so well. This is their next market. Who do we got to get on the line? Mr. Segway
from the clip, so we can create this ourselves.
Mr. Segway. Yeah. Actually, no. I think Mr. Segway passed away.
Basically have just the push card in front.
Oh, rest in peace.
I think he passed away. And all joking aside, I've heard that he fell off a cliff on a Segway. I think that's pretty much how his demise fell out. So
I'm gonna Google it.
So I don't even know who we're talking about Mr. Segway.
I don't know, whoever the founder of
the guy that created it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. He's not like an influencer.
I thought he was like a comedian guy that just like took the Segway and like was doing funny stuff.
Yeah. No, that's what I've heard. But
put some golf clubs right in the front. Put your bag right there. I mean,
absolutely.
Right?
Just like
we're rolling.
Little scoot.
The only thing with that is like the weight, because I know like with the scooters and things like that, they want to be careful where you could ride them all the way up close to the green.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's an issue, but I feel like those would weigh just the same as a scooter.
Yeah, because like the motorcycle style ones like seem to be the most practical versus like the surfboard ones, like you said, could be very iffy. But
trying to make golf cool, man. That's the thing. It's growing so much, and it's evolving big time, and I love to see it.
There's memes of the Segway guy.
This guy,
is he falling off the cliff?
So allegedly he reversed to make room for a dog walker and then just ate it and fell. But that happened. But
sorry, R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Jimmy.
There's
in memory of Mr. Segway,
of him just flying. It's not him. He's just zooming.
We're gonna get canceled before we're even famous.
This was like 12 years ago.
Listen to episode, whatever episode this is.
It was like
get past this one.
It was like 12 years ago.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are pretty special to the Duffin Up because you will officially be episode 50. So
wow.
So
Let's go.
The one that got it canceled. We just need Dom and Derek to come get us canceled.
Dom, Derek, and Brian bringing up Mr. Segway.
Yeah, no, I'm just a guest here, so I'm getting.
We were trying to like create like a better way to pave the way for golf, and yet now
we get canceled because Mr. Segway died.
We weren't making fun of him, right? We weren't making fun of him.
No, we weren't.
No.
Oh, I love it. That's great. Oh man. So I think one of the best parts about what you guys talked about earlier too is that you do kind of reach out to a lot of smaller accounts. You guys reach out to the small business, kind of the golfing community. What do you think is kind of one of the back draws, not just like for you being a larger account, but like I would say more, what is one of the back draws of kind of being on social and seeing like a lot of people come in and like try and I guess follow you and collab, and then like does stuff fall through on the regular, or like what kind of goes on with that?
This whole time I was thinking how no one made a segue into a different, segue into a different topic joke.
I should have taken the segue
from
a
perfect opportunity.
A segue to a segue,
yeah. Gosh. I mean,
we needed Mikey segues for that one. Damn it!
Next opportunity.
Yeah,
Nice,
there.
nice.
Without saying names, there have been a couple of times where we've been like talking to people and we're like, yeah, that would be sweet. And then nothing happens. And we're just like sick. Like it's one of the where it's like, thank you, I guess. But we haven't had too many things fall through. Scheduling is kind of hard.
I can relate to that firsthand. That scheduling is hard because I know, Dom, we've had this on the books, but it's just like, it was tough to finally get a date down, but glad we did.
Yeah, there have been people who are like, hey, you know, we want to be on, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, I have to ask Derek, and Derek's like, yeah, we're booked out through May. And we're like,
it's roadwork season.
Yeah.
I'm like, roadwork season, time to play golf. Like, we're good.
Dang, mosquitoes are out now.
Yeah, May's still the winter season. Roadwork's June, July, August, and then it's winter again. Yeah, that to me, that's the hard part is all these people are like, hey, you know, we like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Like, can we be on somehow? And it's just like, yeah, in like 3 months. And it's like, it's hard to like relay that to people without sounding super rude.
Not for me.
No, I mean, I'm very
him.
blunt.
No,
I'm just like, yeah, 3 months from now, let me know. That's like the big drawback because really we don't get too many negative comments. Like a lot of people who DM us like, hey, you know, we really like that, or hey, don't talk about Ohio, blah blah blah.
I heard about your segue segment.
Yeah. Now we're gonna hear about that.
Now we're offended.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like if you still have a segue,
yeah, we're in a lawsuit now somewhere.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, if you
we
still
give Segway tours actually downtown, so
people still do those.
They do.
Gross.
Yeah. But no, I would say that on my end, Safe for Golf, I get a lot of messages and I try to respond to all of them. But sometimes like they're just, hey, you want to buy, sell your account? It's a lot of it's spam. And then I don't know if you've noticed recently too, you find that like you do a giveaway and I've had 4 replicated accounts now, and
that's crazy.
And it's kind of like a nod, like hey, that's cool, like that someone is trying to, but at the same time it's just like it's sad because some people might fall into that trap, and I have nothing to do with that. And so like there are like definitely sketchy people on Instagram, but for the most part everyone's pretty responsive on my end. There are a lot of people that I still want to work with, but with podcast, the tournament, and just everything in general, it's so hard. It's so time consuming. And I know sometimes I can be bad at that responding. I try to respond, you know, pretty quickly. But no, I think we've had a pretty good response from other people and on our end, but it is very overwhelming. Instagram, like I said, we talked about it before. TikTok is something that we just downloaded and created the name, but I have not posted anything. So as you guys know, you guys have a pretty big following on the TikTok side. So I might need some pointers. So definitely reach out.
Just dance. That's all you got. Just get out there and
get out there and dance. Dom's actually a really good dancer, so he said he would volunteer.
Dom, come on, give the people what they want. show us those dance moves, buddy.
Going.
Come on, we'll put some pop smoke on for you.
Yeah,
I will retire.
Retire before you even start.
I'll retire. Yeah.
No, I love working with people. That is the coolest thing. Even with this tournament that we've started, I mean, a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of local meetings. It's a blast. It's something that I really enjoy doing, and I'm really excited to see where it goes in the future. As you can see, how like Barstools, all these like Instagram accounts that they're more than just Instagram accounts, but the tournaments and the community is so cool. And I think with social media, there's always pros and cons to it. And I think on the golf side, we have a lot of pros to social media. And I think we have you talked about doing some blogging previously, and now this is kind of the new blogging, so to speak, right? The podcast is kind of the future of sharing your voice and your platform. So I think we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. And the best part is I feel like, at least for the podcasting part, like I'm a shit writer, and I found that out. Like, we're okay on the podcast. We're doing okay.
I love the podcast. Yeah, absolutely. You guys sound good.
I enjoy it more. Like that was the one part when I started the blog, I was like, I liked writing, and then I grew to hate it because it was like, no, like, you know what I mean? With this, like Absolutely. Every time we do another episode, I feel like, and I think Tim could also like say some good things. No, I'm kidding. But I think we just continually enjoy it, and that's for me at least, that's the best part about the podcasting stuff is just going in every time and like not knowing what's going to happen, but always having a good time with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a blast. We love doing it. It is cool to have different guests on, just kind of getting different aspects of the game, whether it's business, social media, whatever it might be. It's cool to kind of hear about other people's backgrounds and how they got, involved in golf, because some of the stories are absolutely wild. And on our end, our story really isn't wild, but it's just something that we can share.
It's relatable.
It's all of this together. The reason why we're here together is this commonality that for the love of the game. And you're right. And for a game of golf, and for some reason it frustrates us, except for Dom. It frustrates us. And for some reason we continually pay to get frustrated, except for Dom. And and it brings us together, brings people like you and I from Minnesota to around Massachusetts together and talk about the game and just get a couple laughs out of it too. It's a pretty cool thing, especially now with technology. I mean, we're here and you guys are the best. I really like the way you guys handle yourselves, and humble and funny, and like I said before, you're too back and forth, and absolute pleasure to have you on. That's for sure.
Next time you guys shank a shot, just think of Dom and just think of the happy place, because he hits a bad shot, he's still happy.
I think we have to add him to our holy trinity. We got Tom Brady, we got Tiger Woods, and now we got Dominic, our Lord and Savior.
Spirit, man. He's the spirit. Just keep going. Just keep
shake
going
a shot. Just think of Dom, man.
What would Dominic do? He would not get angry. Yeah.
Grab a 5-iron and hit that ball.
He would do a flop shot driver for 135.
I just accept it. It's like, hey, it's pretty cool that I'm out here with my friends right now. Like, why would I get frustrated?
Yeah.
I mean, like I've said, I have some buddies who are like, God, I could have done way better. I'm like, I had fun. I don't care. Like,
that's awesome.
I will say too. I mean, not to what's the word I'm looking for? Because you said that you're kind of an angry golfer, right? So I'm not trying to take a shot at you, so to speak.
He's gonna take a shot at you.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you're golfing,
are we going back to the cheesecake thing?
No, we're not doing cheesecake. No
we cannot go back.
We're not bringing that up. We're not bringing that up.
We told you we're not talking about that again.
When you're golfing with somebody, like whether you're playing for money or just for fun competitiveness, like you still want you want to have an enjoyable round, whether it's a twosome, foursome, or whatnot. But it's hard to if you're having a really good round and you have a buddy that's literally just playing like absolute crap and he is just on fire. Like, it's hard. You almost feel bad because you don't want to you're not trying to be cocky, but it's you're trying to enjoy your round.
Yeah.
With Dom, he could shoot 104. You could shoot an 84, whatever it might be. Like, it's still
I'm not that good.
Okay. I was trying to give you a little bit of I was trying to give him a little love.
No, we don't have any of your scores. You can lie to us.
I was trying to help you.
My best is like an 89. So I broke 90 once and I was like, this is pretty cool.
Great.
But for the most part, it's the same, regardless if it's 89 or 109, and that's the beauty of it. It's he's not going to get mad where I'm going to feel uncomfortable playing with him, where it's he's going to throw a club. And I love that.
I mean, I definitely go, oh, I could have hit that better. But that's also part of improving.
But you're not taking away from the vibe. And that's something I definitely am an angry golfer, but it's very internally. I never take away from someone else's vibe. I think that's important. I'm never fuck you, Brendan. That was
going home.
Turn down your freaking music. Yeah, turn down your music, dude. I don't want to hear it. It's
Brendan, put on that Pop Smoke.
Yeah, right. Seriously. Yeah. I would have hit that shot if Pop Smoke was on. Come on, what the hell?
I mean, there's definitely moments where it's I like to sometimes stir the pot a little bit depending who I'm with, because I have some friends who get really into it and get really mad and just hey, you could have hit that better, and just stir it a little bit, and it's just let's see how it goes.
Dom's the perfect golfer, man. I'm telling you, like I said, regardless of score, you just gotta you hit a bad shot, just think of Dom. You'll be happier.
It's would you rather be at work?
What would Dom do? What would
Dom do? WWDD. What would Dom do? There we go.
There we go.
Drink a beer.
I could see an unreal caddy golfer relationship between Dom and Derek. I feel like Dom.
That would be amazing.
We're trying to actually work on doing some vlogging, and he's the thought of you talking about it really pisses him off. I'm I think it would be great, but it's just more work, But I think we're trying to shoot for that, where we can do we want to do go to like Goodwill and pick out like $10 or $20 worth of clubs and just play a 9-hole
Oh,
course.
that'd be hilarious.
We had a conversation with somebody about caddies. It might have been OB guys.
Could have been.
And I was like, yeah, I think the caddy would hate me because he'd be like, hey, this is like prime position for like a 7. I'd be like, I'm hitting a 3-wood. Like, worst case scenario, it rolls up there.
that's
Like,
awesome.
perfect. So I
Dom,
think
you
the
would also
caddy
be the
would
best
fit.
caddy because you would get there and you would get the yardage and you'd just be like, "Hey, whatever you want."
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I even paying you at all?
Yeah,
it's
Why-
Angry
Just
like-
Brian would
entertainment,
just,
that's all.
angry,
You're like-
angry Brian would just walk.
I will
off the course.
snap. I never snap on the golf course,
Yeah.
but I will snap.
Right? What is
Yeah.
that thing? It's like 9-iron, huh? You're fired.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, we're like 163 with the win. I'd be
Be
like,
like, dude, is that in
I
meters?
trust
Are
you.
we?
Yeah.
I trust you. I trust you,
What are you doing?
But yeah, just before we end, couple rapid fire questions before Tim asks like his grand old golfer poll. But one player on the PGA Tour right now you could play with. Who would you play with?
Bubba.
Whoa.
Shocker, right?
Yeah, very.
Quick.
That was
I like
fast.
Bubba's my favorite forever.
That was fast. That was very fast.
I wish.
well,
he was
it's
a better-
rapid fire, isn't it?
Who
It
would
is,
you
it
guess
is.
that he would want to golf with?
Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fleetwood's pretty cool.
That would be pretty
Or
awesome.
Cam Smith would be cool, but like,
Cam.
Bubba.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cam would have been a better. Yeah.
I was
Cam.
gonna
Yeah.
say Robert Garrigus. But
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we've officially become the number one
Rushmore
Robert
of golf,
Garrigus hating
for sure.
podcast. It's amazing.
Garrigus the goat.
I
Oh,
have
that's-
one answer, and so everyone always thinks I'm gonna say either Tiger or Phil. Pat Perez. Pat
Oh,
Perez
that's a
would
good
be
one.
the funnest because he would
Wait,
get out
why?
there. He would just tell you about the night he had before in Vegas. He would give you one of the friggin' chips. He would put on his Air Force Ones, and you would just walk down the course with him, and he'd be like, "Hey, let's get a couple drinks. Like, let's do this. Let's do this." And every time he hit the ball, he would look absolutely disgusted at it, and it is amazing. I love
That's a
it
good pick.
every time.
That's a sneaky good pick, actually.
Hmm.
Because that dude is like, we're a big Jordan and shoe fan too, and that guy's got a massive collection, probably the largest on the golf
Yeah,
tour.
he
but-
wears
What
Jordan. Like he now wears Jordan 1s, like to
Yep.
play golf in. Like
Wait,
he
what
just
about
did like the
Harold
thing
Varner
where,
the third.
Yeah, Varner, Bubba too also wears Jordans.
Hmm.
Yep.
I would also between like Tiger, Phil, and Ricky, I would probably go with Rory. And I-
Yeah. The most
Granted, he's
genuine.
not like the
He's the most
comedy
genuine
guy
guy.
because I'm a pretty outgoing guy and I love to like poke some fun, but I just feel like he's from what I've heard is he's a gentleman and he's just a great dude. And so I think that would probably be my pick.
He's
you're
got the
going
Irish
Irish though.
way.
You got to go Shane Lowry. That dude just freaking.
As I say, it depends. Are we talking about like we're gonna go for a round of golf and then
Are we
hang
gonna
out
score?
afterwards?
Are we
Because
gonna
that's a
have-
different
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, we already
Ryan.
talked about Dom's not a big drinker on the course. We go on
That
Shane
is true.
Lowry.
That
He's,
is
he's
true.
boozing.
That is true.
Yeah.
My
That is
answer
true.
is still Bubba. Like either way.
Either
Like,
way.
yeah. Imagine him. It's like T1 and you're just like, he's like, hey, are we hitting a banana hook? And we're just like,
Yep.
I guess we are.
That's all. That's
Yeah.
all we can hit. That's
Did
all.
we
And
just
then,
become
and then
best
when we get our
friends?
Yeah.
Yep.
and then when we get our
Yeah.
irons out, we make a massive pull.
In
Yeah.
his hovercraft golf cart. That
Oh
thing is
yeah. forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Dude,
See, my
Bubba's
my
the
little
man.
thing on Bubba is I wish he was just a nicer like human being because like he's so marketable. His name being Bubba, the way that he looks, he could sell like so much merchandise and all that, and be much more likable if he had a better attitude.
he's gotten
He's an
better.
angry golfer.
He's gotten
He's
better.
So
I've
much
heard-
better.
I've heard
When
mixed
he was
reviews
top
of it.
Bubba, he was horrible. Like when he was
Yeah.
top
He
of
was-
it, and he started to lose it.
He was
That's
a
when
jerk.
he got really bad. Now that
He
he's
had
kind of
a-
lost it, he gets it.
Okay.
He-
Maybe
think he gets it
when he had a
now.
kid and everything.
He had
got
an
a little better.
interview, and when he was at the top, he was super depressed. So
Yeah.
that's why he kind of took a step back from golf for a little bit, and that's why he's always been like, "Hey, if I win this, I'm going to retire." Because there were all sorts of retirement rumors,
Mhm.
and he was saying that he got his mental health right. He's on a different regimen, and now he plays just to have fun. So now he's like
Okay.
a much better person. But I'd imagine anybody being competitive in a game like golf, where everybody's super scrutiny, you know, all these people on the couch saying, "Oh, I could hit that 400 yards."
Mhm.
I'd probably be pissed off too. Granted, I'll never be as
Valid.
good as Bubba. I'll
Yeah.
never be him.
You have a better
the TikTok.
attitude. Definitely better attitude.
Much
Better
better
attitude though, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. He was like, he really struggled with mental health. So I think that side of golf is not very talked about much. And he's done a good job with that stuff too. But I just love his creativity on the golf course. Every shot he hits, you're just like, I never would have thought of that. And then he hits
Banana
it. And you're
slice, duck hook.
yeah.
I mean,
Banana
he's like one of
duck
us. He's got the homemade swing. It's
He
all,
does.
all
Never
not
had a golf lesson.
manufactured.
So yeah, so rapid fire is obviously going absolutely amazing on the rapid side.
We're
Favorite major.
explaining his rapid fire.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
quick pull. Yeah.
Favorite major.
Favorite major?
Yep.
Oh, that's tough. I had to say
Oh God.
I have 4 favorite majors.
Okay.
I hope he says the players.
Probably right.
Brendan would lose it.
If you want to see me explode, say the players championship.
You know, I have to say the Masters, but I'm very close to the Open. I love the Open. The Open is something. My all-time goal is bucket list home of golf, go to Scotland. I mean, even in like Ireland, anywhere like Europe, but I would love to do that. And I don't know, there's something about like setting my alarm clock, like 7 different alarm clocks for each group pairing on at like 3 a.m. once a year. I love that. Like it
Move
sucks.
over, Dom. Move over. Me and Derek, 2 peas, 1 pod with that.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, new
I mean,
pod-
Duffin it
answer.
up.
2 peas, 1 podcast. What a
didn't
treat.
even
2 peas, 1
answer.
podcast. Even better.
That's
All right,
so
Dom.
So my favorite tournament is the players. I do like the. I like.
No, he said
I know. But
Let's
my
go.
favorite.
Do you also love Ian Poulter?
No.
By perchance.
No, he's weird.
love his car collection.
No,
I'm
he's
just
a
trying to
weird.
get all
dude.
Brendan.
We're off the
he's
Ian
that-
Poulter hate. We're on to the
Oh.
Jason Kokrak hate.
I feel like
All
he's
Brendan's
that guy
pain
who
points.
wears the visors with the hair in it. I feel like
Yeah.
that's Ian.
Yeah, that's Ian.
Yeah.
That's definitely him, right?
And the
Yeah.
pants. Yeah, and the funky
pants.
Pants.
Oh, see, the
Pod
funky
pants.
pants are fun. I'm into those, but like the visor with the hair is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I do like the U.S. Open and the Open.
Mhm.
I
Big
think
Open
those
guy.
2 are solid. I can't pick between them though.
Gotcha. No
Okay.
problem. That's
Well,
That's great. Favorite. Okay. Well, I just did favorite now favorite non-major. So that would be Dom would be the
Players.
players.
Yeah. Do you not like the players? Like, is there some kind of beef?
Brendan hates it.
Why?
Oh, just because people call it the 5th major.
When there's
Like
only
it
one
does.
5th major and it's the RBC Heritage, baby. That's the 5th major. That is golf's true 5th major. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No.
I don't know what my favorite.
No.
What would be my-
No.
No.
What would be my favorite tournament outside of a major?
Our tournament.
Save Far Golf Tournament,
Oh.
June 11th.
Good
Look at this guy.
plug.
He's not only like a happy golfer, he's a little
Good
plug.
plug.
man.
Good plug.
Very cool. Very cool.
There we
No,
go.
you have
All right,
Yeah,
Tim.
dude,
I
just
did my
named it.
The Sanderson's Farm Open.
Sanderson's Farm Open.
The Waterbury Open is probably my.
The Waterbury Open.
Yes.
Oh, great stuff.
All right, Tim. Your golfer poll
all right.
for Derek and Dom.
All right. Do you want to do island or do you want to do backyard?
Backyard.
Okay.
Backyard. All right, boys. You know, you've watched enough golf. I want you to look outside. I want you to look into your backyard. I know it's tough. You guys are in the city right now. But when you grow up and you buy your own house and you want to live with a nice backyard, you can have one hole. Out of all the holes in all of the world, you can have that one hole with all the picturesque things if you want to include that as your
No
backyard.
snow, by the way. No snow.
No snow.
For Minnesota. No snow.
Yeah, that would be huge. No,
Yeah,
Can
no-
I have snow on mine?
No road work.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
No. Seriously, can I have snow on mine? Like, for
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
the-
why not?
That's
That
your
would be
backyard.
sweet. Yeah. Okay.
He's
You can have one
complaining
hole
about
as
the
your
snow.
I
And then
like
he
it.
wants the snow.
I don't
What's
complain
going
about the
on
snow.
here?
I like the snow.
Not the best call, but yeah, you can have the snow.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So you're gonna have like Pebble Beach in your backyard with snow,
See,
and
I
something
was
like that.
thinking I was thinking number 7 at Pebble, but at the same time, with the Masters, the par 3 there was at 12, right?
12. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Jim Nance setup, like even that, like that's not
pretty cool.
even like I could do that all day. I could hit a golf ball there all day. So I'd probably go 12 there.
12 at Augusta.
Yeah.
I want 17 at Sawgrass. And then in the winter, I want it to freeze so then I can never lose any golf balls.
Play some puck.
Ooh.
Play some
Exactly.
pond
Well,
hockey.
no, not so much that. It's just like, because then if I hit it short, I can go pick up the golf ball again.
Mm,
Nice.
Plus, then I'll get really good at really weird par 3s.
wow.
Oh, I love that.
Great thinking.
Awesome.
Great thought process.
Thinking
there.
outside of the box.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the
Bingo.
most Minnesota answer I've ever heard.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Well,
And you
I
were
just-
18 at Pebble, right? Or were you 7 at Pebble?
I was 18 at Pebble. It's a par 5, so I could play it as a par 4 or a par 3. Bring it back.
That's with
for
the
each
tree,
one.
the tree right there in the fairway.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wrapping around the water.
Yeah. I'm 18 at the one and only Harbortown Golf Links. And then
The fifth major?
Yeah. The fifth major. The fifth major.
Brian,
That's
we
hashtag my fifth
Brian,
major.
we
That's
haven't
all
asked
that matters.
Brian.
Yeah, we've never
Brian,
asked
we
Brian.
haven't asked you.
Brian, what's yours? I'm gonna guess it's probably very similar to Dom's answer.
17
Yeah,
at Sawgrass.
it's gonna be just like my local Muni golf course, like golf hole first tee, number 1 at Fresh Pond in Cambridge.
Oh God.
No, I don't know. That it's a great question. I've listened to all your guys' pods and I've never actually thought about this. I've never been asked this, so I'm a little bashful right now. But just thinking off of just over classic. I like the road hole. I kind of want the road hole at St. Andrews
That's
in
a
my
really good
backyard.
one.
See,
And
I
I
was
think-
thinking something like that too. Like
Then you have a
hole
hotel
number
in your backyard too. So if like Midori ever yells at you, you can just go to the hotel.
Yeah, I got a
That's
place
kinda
to
nice.
stay.
Sure.
It's
You could
better.
get-
It's better than the couch. I'm already sleeping on the couch, so I might as well. Just,
You could,
That's
yeah.
That's great thinking.
You
right
could
there.
get hammered on your one hole, go on an adventure, and then crash at the hotel.
With the
yeah.
bar.
Well, did you guys see the most recent thing on? I think it was. I forget what golf posted it, but on Instagram there was bagpipes playing on the road hole. Someone was teeing off, and there was bagpipes playing in the backswing. It was like the most Scottish thing I've ever seen. It's pretty
What if-
cool.
That would be sick.
So
I
I
would
want
love
that.
that.
So I want that for the rest. I didn't know I needed it, but I need that for the rest of my life. Just the
Yes.
That's a
bagpipes.
good answer.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good
I'm gonna go road hole.
Oh, wow. All three, hey, fantastic answers on that one. I do love PPC Sawgrass. The players is a little bit of a sore spot. It's not the fifth major. Anyways,
I love that course, but it would eat me up and spit me out.
oh God, I would shoot like
Does not cater
I would
to my
shoot
game at all.
110 on it. There's too much water. There's water on
Oh,
every
I don't
hole.
even think I'd shoot 110. I'd be like 210.
But he'd be that tappiest 200.
Exactly. If
Yeah,
you're
that's
playing,
right,
if you're
baby.
playing
That's right.
Sawgrass.
I would need 24 balls because it would be 18 balls for 18 holes, and I would probably need at least 2 on the 17th. Just by
Oh,
itself.
I would fly through those 24. Easy. Worth it.
Uh,
Oh man. Well, guy, hey, Save Park Golf Podcast, Derek and Dom. Thank you guys, Dominic. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Again, June 11th, the Save Park Golf tournament. It's Bushnell, right? That's the name of the course in Minnesota.
Bull Rush.
Bull Rush.
Bull Rush.
Yeah,
So-
kind of the cool thing we're doing with that is we're having a charter bus downtown the North Loop. So if you get there early, you can grab basically a free a drink, some breakfast.
You can pregame this tournament,
Yep.
get dropped off at the tournament. You can pregame
back.
some more, and then you can hit your 9.
Robert Garrigus meet and greet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then when you hit the turn, taco bar, more alcohol.
Yep.
And then boom, you get chartered back to where you can drink
It's a
some
win-win
more.
situation. So yeah, be there or be there.
Man,
It
we're getting
sounds like we
sold
don't have any
out.
choice.
Yeah.
No choice
June
there.
11th.
You know,
You guys
Man.
are sold at taco bar. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard the
I was-
taco. We heard taco bar and hot dogs at the turn. And
I'll even bring some cheesecake for Brennan.
Mine was the Robert Garrigus meet and greet. That was what really sold me on that.
We're not allowed. Robert Garrigus is not allowed to be in our.
Thanks for having us, though, fellas. Would love to hop on again sometime in the near future.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
if
you're ever in New England, would love to play with you guys too.
Oh yeah, should definitely make it happen.
And same.
If you stumble upon U.S. Open tickets, I got a couch you can crash on. I'm like a mile down the road from the country club. So
There we go. All right, sounds good.
That's my couch, Brian.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I forgot to mention that you're cuddling up with Brendan. You gotta cuddle with Brendan.
2 P's, 1 podcast, baby.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
Love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.